How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video, money saving tips for 2016. New Year's is just right around the corner, and now it's the best time to start thinking of ways that you can save money for 2016 so you can actually spend your money on the things that actually matter to you. Number one tip, off your car and start riding your bike a lot more. See these guys right here? These will save you so much money over the long run. And I totally understand that there's a lot of people, maybe they have families and they have children and they can't ride their bikes all the time. Totally understand that. Do your best to ride your bike as much as possible. If you can and you live in a place, sell your car, ride your bike wherever you go. It will make probably almost the biggest change in your life in terms of money saving tips and a health transformation as well. And if you live in a place where it snows a lot during the winter and you can't ride your bike, start actually thinking about moving to a place where you can ride your bike all year round. When I was living in Canada, I moved out to the west coast of Canada because that's literally one of the only places in Canada where you can ride your bike all year round where there isn't 2 or 3 feet of snow. If you live in the United States, there's so many places where you can live and you don't have to worry about snow during the winter. Number 2, pay off your debt as quickly as possible. If you're in credit card debt or any type of debt, try to get it paid off as quickly as possible. Not having to pay 20% interest on a bag of Doritos that you bought 2 years ago that's on your credit card will save you so much money in the long run. All right, number 3, off these $100 and $150 phone plans. The prices for phone plans are ridiculous. I haven't had a phone plan for the last year and a half. And when I did have it, I had a $20 pay-as-you-go plan. Most of us are not that popular where we need a $100 or $150 phone plan. The best thing to do is to use Wi-Fi wherever you are. I never have had any issues with not having a phone plan. Yes, it is convenient to have a phone plan. I totally get that, but it's not a necessity for a lot of people. If you live in the United States, T-Mobile actually has a phone plan for $3 a month right now. You can get 30 texts or 30 minutes of being on the phone for $3 a month. There is no need for a $100 and $150 phone plan for most people. Number 4, you gotta off these $5 lattes. If you bought one $5 latte every time that you went to work, and just assuming that you work 20 days out of the month, you'd be spending $1,200 per year just on lattes. You can get a really nice one of these for $1,200. For dietary recommendations, not only for your better health, but I'd highly recommend eating a starch-based vegan diet. Meat and dairy are some of the most expensive things that you can buy that are actually at the grocery store. Focus your diet around potatoes, beans, rice, corn, and you'll start seeing your grocery bill just go way down. Another thing that costs a lot of money, and I like to do this every once in a while, but make it a point to not eat out as much. One of the best investments that Hannah and I have made in order to make a lot of really good delicious food at home is the Instant Pot. It's an awesome electric pressurized cooker. You can cook lots of soups and stews and all types of amazing stuff in it, like rice and potatoes. And you can do a lot of batch cooking as well, so you can create big batches of food so that you can have your lunch prepared for the next day, and you don't have to go and eat out and spend money on your lunch every single day or going to a restaurant at night. Number 7, downsize to a smaller apartment or to a smaller house. Hannah and I, we live in 420 square feet. It's not a huge place, but for the 2 of us and 2 dogs, we live very comfortably in 420 square feet. Number 8, get rid of your TV and the cable that goes along with it. Not only is TV just typically a massive waste of your time and you can be doing much better things, but cable bills are starting to get pretty ridiculous. They can be $100 to $200 per month. That's a huge amount that you're spending on something that doesn't really do much for you. And that may offend a lot of people because they may watch sports or they have their favorite TV shows. You're much better off just watching TV shows on Netflix. You're not gonna be subjected to all that advertising. And it's also a lot cheaper to get Netflix as well. Number 9, start shopping at thrift stores. You can get so much awesome stuff at a thrift store for a fraction of the price that you're gonna find it in a regular department store or on Amazon even. Hannah and I have been going to the thrift store a lot since we've been in Tucson, and we've just realized wow, we could have saved a lot of money just by going to the thrift store and buying a lot of the things that we didn't even realize that they would have that type of stuff. But they have so much stuff in the thrift store. I would highly recommend to go check them out and see what kind of stuff you can get, especially clothing. It is so cheap at the thrift store. So with all those money saving tips, what typically happens is if you start saving a lot of money and you have like a large chunk of change in your bank account, you're much more likely to actually go out and spend that money. So what you really want to think about is having a separate savings account where you can start depositing money into that savings account so that it's separate from where your spending money is, or your spending account. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to actually hold on to the money that you save. And then if you want to invest in something that is really meaningful and valuable to you, then you can do so at that time. That way it just becomes so much easier to actually save money instead of just saving it and then spending it immediately because you feel like you have so much money. I hope those tips help. If you want to learn more about the Instant Pot, I'll leave a link to it down in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.